You ever had someone mess with your money, and then act like you're the problem? That's what happened to me. A small-town bank froze my entire account for over a month, because of their own mistake. They mocked me, ignored my calls, and treated me like I was some criminal. Until one day, I decided to fight back. And when I was done, their entire social media burned to the ground. If you've ever been pushed to your breaking point by people who thought they could walk all over you, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just a story about revenge. It's about taking your power back when no one else will listen. I've always believed in supporting small businesses, even when it comes to banking. I thought, why give my money to some massive corporation that doesn't even know my name? So, I joined a small, local credit union in my town. The kind of place that still had old carpet, a coffee machine in the corner, and clerks who smiled at you from behind wooden desks. For a while, it felt personal. They knew my name. They'd wave when I walked in. It felt trustworthy. Until one day, my card stopped working. I was standing at an ATM outside a gas station. It was late, cold air biting my fingers. I tried once. Error. Tried again. Transaction declined. My stomach dropped. I knew I had money in there. So, the next morning, I walked into the branch and asked for help. A young clerk smiled and said, "Oh, no problem. Our system's been acting up. Here, I'll give you a code you can use to withdraw cash directly. It'll deduct it manually from your balance." I didn't think twice. I trusted them. I took out what I needed and went on with my day. But that one simple action would come back to haunt me. A few days later, I tried to pay a bill online, declined again. Then my rent payment bounced. And when I logged into my account, my entire balance was frozen. Confused, I called customer support. After waiting 30 minutes, a woman finally picked up, her tone dripping with annoyance. "Sir, your account has been flagged for review." "For what?" I asked. She sighed like I was wasting her time. "It says there was an inconsistency in your withdrawal logs." I explained everything, the clerk, the code, how they told me to do it. She interrupted. "Well, that's not standard procedure. We can't verify your story." I felt my chest tighten. My story? It wasn't a story, it was the truth. Days turned into weeks. Each time I called, I got a new excuse. Backlog, system issue, manual review. At one point, I even heard one of the reps whisper to another. "Probably one of those foreign accounts. Be careful." My last name isn't exactly local sounding, and that hit me hard. I wasn't just being ignored. I was being disrespected. Meanwhile, my bills piled up. I had money, just not access to it. And every time I begged for help, they treated me like I was the criminal. After a month of this torture, I reached my breaking point. One night, I was venting to my family back home over a video call. My cousin, who's way younger and tech-savvy, just smirked and said, "Bro, why don't you fight back the modern way?" I frowned. "What do you mean?" he said. "You ever heard of reputation storms? You can hire people online to post stuff on social media, fake accounts, real profiles, everything. Flood their pages." I laughed. I thought he was joking. But then he sent me a link. It was a Russian site, a reputation manipulation service. You could literally pay people a few rubles to post whatever you wanted, anywhere. It even let you choose between American or international looking accounts. I hesitated for a moment. Then I thought about every smug voice on the phone, every dismissive tone, every insult they threw my way. And I said, "Screw it. Let's do this." The plan was simple. I wrote out a few short complaints, all believable, but damaging. "This bank locked my funds for no reason. Terrible service, rude staff. Be careful who you trust. Foreigners beware. They'll freeze your account without explanation. Each post looked like it came from a real, frustrated customer. Then I uploaded my text to the site, set the order for American profiles, and clicked confirm. Cost? $3. The best $3 I've ever spent. Within hours it started. I opened their Facebook page, and there it was, a wave of angry comments flooding every post. Instagram, same thing. Twitter, a chaos of complaints, tagging them nonstop. Hundreds of posts within a few hours, all echoing the same frustration. By the next morning, it was a public relations nightmare. Their posts were full of people demanding answers, threatening to close accounts, calling them scammers. I sat back with my coffee and watched it unfold like a movie. Every few minutes, a new comment popped up. It was poetic justice, a digital storm, all sparked by $3 and a grudge. That afternoon, I got a call. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something told me to pick up. Hello, this is the call center manager from bank name. We understand there's been some confusion regarding your account. His voice was calm, too calm, the kind of calm that hides panic. I played along. Oh really? You mean the account you froze for no reason for over a month? Yes, well, we've conducted a full review and realized there's been a misunderstanding. We'd like to immediately transfer your full balance, plus $50 compensation, to any account you choose. I almost laughed. $50? That was their peace offering. They didn't say it outright, but I knew they'd seen the chaos online, and they were terrified. I accepted, of course. Got my money, closed my account, and never looked back. They probably assumed I'd take my win and move on, which I did. But the hundreds of angry posts? Still there. Still flooding their socials. And the best part? There was no way to trace it back to me. Sometimes, justice doesn't come from lawyers or laws. Sometimes, it comes from creativity, and a little bit of controlled chaos. They locked my funds, made me feel small, disrespected me because of my name. So I gave them a taste of their own medicine, public embarrassment, multiplied 1,000 times. Was it petty? Maybe. But after weeks of being treated like dirt, I'd say it was perfectly fair. If this story gave you chills or made you smile just a little, smash that like button. Tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest but most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And of course, subscribe for more stories where karma comes with interest. Because sometimes, the best justice is the one you create yourself.